So in my first Disney Mega Pack video, I looked it up and I said it's no Toy Story. Obviously Toy Story 3, which we're going to start here, is a Toy Story. It's the third one, and this is obviously the game. Again, I think this is a PSP game, so not built specifically for the Vita. I think there was a PlayStation 1 version of this game. Well, a PlayStation 1 game based on Toy Story 3, should I say, because this could be, I don't know what this is going to be. I'm assuming it's going to be a 3D platformer. We'll soon find out. Interestingly, I don't think the loading times on these PSP games playing via the memory card are that great. So we're going to start with a new game. Remember the PlayStation 1 game of Toy Story 3 was pretty good. We're going to start it up. I think I have Toy Story 3, not the game, but I have a demo disc somewhere with it on, and the original official PlayStation magazine with the actual review. I'm sure it got 8 or 9 out of 10. So is this going to be like up with the no, this is actual game footage you're seeing here. Just like some sort of dream, as it should be in a bedroom at the moment, I'm guessing. Oh, so we're playing as Woody. And I don't remember this. I've not played this, at least this. I've not played this game before the PSP version, but if there is a PlayStation 1 game that's similar, the demo disc didn't start at this part of the game. It probably started midway through it. So they do that sometimes with demos of games. Well, or should I say, did that on the PlayStation. So far, very tight controls. The way Woody's running kind of reminds me of Clockwork Knight, but then again, Clockwork Knight on the Saturn just does remind you of Toy Story. And Clockwork Knight, I'd say, kind of feels like Toy Story on the Mega Drive. Obviously that wasn't a game that was made by Sega, but feels very similar to Sega's game. So running along this train, picking up random things, don't know what they're for. I've got to make this bloody gap. There we go. I don't think it's a control related issue I'm missing these ledges. I think it's just because I can't really see. I'm actually playing through the camera and not looking directly at the screen at the minute. Jump up a ledge, and then I'm going to do the classic hanging from the side of the train thing. I'm going to climb in. So far it's pretty solid. Kind of 2D platforming with a bit of moving in and out of the screen mixed up with a bit of 3D platforming, so it's kind of neat. Music's nothing offensive. Music can be something that breaks a Disney game. Generally, they've always had good music, obviously, but what I mean is, some Disney games you could play and they're just overpowering with the cheesiness and kiddiness, should I say. Which I guess is fine, because they are, kids games. We're going to ignore that barrel for the sake of the video and just barrel on through. So we've got to moving selection of things to get across there. And what we've got here, I'll jump over that so we don't burn our plastic cases. Climb up the carriage again, jump across, climb up. Nearly died. This section of the game is lengthier than I was expecting. I was expecting this to just be like a short little kind of mini game, I guess you'd say, and then it's like all Woody's dreaming and that sort of thing. This is a very long bloody train. Jesus. Wow, and there's loads more carriages to go. Goddamn train. I'm hoping that 12 out of 30 barrels doesn't mean that you have to collect all bloody 12 barrels to actually continue on to the next section of the game. It's actually quite a long level for a handheld game as well. It's getting kind of tedious playing this level now, to be honest. Get up on that bloody thing. There we go. Got to be getting near the end of this soon. Now what? Things to swing from, I'm guessing. Graphics are solid. What you expect really from PSP. They look solid, but they are, you know, there are lots of jagged edges. Sort of a combination of lack of anti-aliasing and the lower resolution. I think the PSP, I can't remember whether the PSP has got a widescreen screen, but I think when you're playing PSP, oh my god, there's more of the train. When you're playing a PSP game on the Vita, the screen does seem kind of stretched for some reason, so I don't know whether the actual ratio, the sort of widescreen ratio of the PS Vita is different to the PSP. It may just be something that's sort of in my head. Oh, fuck's sake. Oh no. Bugger me tugger. Double jump. Is that it? Is that the end? No, more. Oh, for fuck's sake. No! Right, at least we're back here again. And not trying to navigate that crane type thing. I'm trying to navigate this. It's like bloody Total Wipeout without water. Hey, the end of the train. What does that mean then? Oh, that means I'm going to die anyway. So hopefully he wakes up from this dream. Otherwise this game is just ridiculous. Ah, so it's Andy's imagination then, is it? It's sort of what he's perceiving as he's playing with Woody. Right, come on, come on, come on. Oh, we'll save it, we might as well. No. Yeah, look at that. We got somewhere in a game. A Disney game.
Now that we live here with Bonnie, I can look at my drawings to help me remember everything that's happened.
Oh, if only you could skip it. Skippity bop. Operation phone call. So we go through the book and then that's basically a level select, I'm guessing.
To find Andy's cell phone.
we'll just have a quick look at what the style of this level is, see if
Andy
it's a
was about to
platformer
leave for
again or...
college, and he hadn't played with us for years. If the Army
So this is
had
more
gotten
like what I was
so
expecting,
we could call
more
it
sort of what I
and get his
remember from the
attention.
PlayStation 1 game.
Let's get to the air vent, men.
I'm not saying this is the same game, I don't know whether it is. Obviously it won't be graphically, this is better. But what I mean is I remember this sort of style of gameplay, running around the house, collecting things, and so yeah, definitely this seems like a solid Disney game, one of the better PSP titles that I've played. The first level, kind of, when you're just looking for something to jump in and out of, there's, I wouldn't say depth, but maybe just the levels are a bit too long. But like I say, I don't know whether it is the same as the PlayStation 1 version, but if it is, it's probably because the game was primarily designed as a console game and then sort of ported. And so yes, Toy Story 3, part of the Disney Mega Pack for the PS Vita. Definitely a game worth checking out if you're into platformers and you're a Toy Story fan. It's definitely one that's going to appeal to kids who like movies.